What's up, everybody? I'm Snickenhoff, and we're back today playing M&T 2.0.1. 2.01, not 2.0.1. Last time I played starting in Florence, formed Italy, did really well in my opinion. Some of the suggestions I had for playing were Byzantine, or the Empire of the Romans, but like, I just played right here. I mean, while I would have to deal with the Ottomans more, it's kind of, you know, we're still in the same area a little bit, although it's one I want to take on at some point in the future. Another one was, I think, Malwa or Mewar. And again, while this would be fun, I'm playing as Vijayanagar in my other campaign, in my regular one, so I wanted something a little bit different. But I am going to stay in the east. But we're going to come all the way over here to Mino, or Toki. We start with Owari as a city and Mino. And Japan's interesting because, unlike in regular EU4, where it's all under Japan and your daimyos and everything like that, everyone's independent. And I don't know exactly how that's going to work, how that's going to look, what the events and stuff are going to look like. I'm going to leave it on normal mode because we may need to get in and dig around in the whatchamahoosit to make sure the game runs smoothly. But yeah, we're going to play as Japan. We're going to play in Japan. We're not Japan. We are Toki. I believe this is modern-day Tokyo, if I remember my geography right. This is Edo Bay. So, we start with two armies. We've got a 22 population province here in Mino, and we've got a 24 population province here. And looks like Japan is pretty heavily populated out over here, especially at least the areas around us. So that's really good for us. A lot of chances for expansion. We're just gonna have to do it right. Let me look at who's rivaled me off the bat. Hadakiyama. Where are you? Here? Okay. Imagawa. If I can learn how to push buttons right. Here. Another one who's not bordering me. And Kitabuke. Kitabatake. That one is bordering me. Okay, I will rival them back for sure. And if I can get through Nikki here, I would like to just get all this territory, although I do need to be careful. Nikki actually likes me, but I'm not sure. Where else is Hadakiyama? Why do they have that many troops? I mean, it's only 2 to R2, but I kind of want to rival Nikki. And then Imagawa. I think that will be fine. How much money am I making right now? A ducat and 1.7 ducats? What do my finances look like? I am rooting out corruption just barely to keep it from growing. A little bit on trade. I do start out with full logistic ideas. Interestingly, all these have are different color coded. I'm not sure what these colors mean exactly. Like, these are purple, this one's brown, these are green, these are brown, this one's green. Maybe just like the different, like these are all like religious ideas, but this is humanist, so it's like anti-religious. Espionage, diplomat, and trade are all anti-religious. I don't know. Just something I noticed. Missions. Fortify Owari for 5 army tradition. Improve relations with Shiba. Or royal marriage with Suwa. do need to look around and see who makes sense as allies. Who hates you guys? Date, myself, and Utsuwamura. Okay, where's Date? All the way up there. Which isn't the worst, right? That could be a really good ally for us. And those guys. They're a little bit closer to us. And then who hates you, Nikki? Hey, Nikki, you're so fine. Ishiki, Japan, and Imagawa. Where's Ishiki? Over here. You know what I could do? There's buttons for this. 13 people would accept an alliance right now. Takeda. Date is one of them. And how many diplomatic relations slots do I have? 3. Two people would allow me to support their independence. Shen and Chin. Alright, I think I want Date. They're far enough away to where I can conquer down in here and keep them as an ally. At least for now, you know. I would like to build up some more troops. And let's go ahead and lower maintenance down so we can make a little bit more money. I have a merchant available. I can collect from here. Can I collect from here? No. Alright, let's just collect from here. And then let me see one other thing. Farming data, farming efficiency. Not great farming efficiency here in Japan. Alright, remove all of that. Let me see one other thing. See if we're at risk of any floods over here. We're not. Okay, Suwa, where are you guys? Right next to us. Okay, I don't want that. Where's Shiba? Over right next to us. Let's just do that one. It doesn't put us in as much constraint, you know? And then we have, everyone has truces with each other for 5 years. So we can't do anything for 5 years. We can get rid of that. Actually just hide utility decisions altogether. I don't believe I want to pursue religious tolerance. As a matter of fact, if I'm doing anything this playthrough, it's likely I'm going to go much more religious than I did in the last playthrough. Try to get a lot of church influence and high piety. Anything else I need to look at? So I think they changed the ideas in 2.0.1. I think you may even start out with these two. Not 100% sure. Or start out with this one, and then I have this one from this. And there's no national ideas. Alright. Let's go ahead and unpause. Speed up the game. Welcome to MEIOU and Taxes 2.0. Go ahead and a few tags more. Why not? Oh, do I only have one alliance? Thing. The North American Native Nations. Several native nations spread across North America. Should be aware it can lead to a performance drop. Game year drop from average 72 seconds to 96 seconds. Let's put them in there. People are decentralizing. See if we can bump it up to speed 4. I'm not entirely sure we'll be able to really play on speed 4, but royal marriage offer from Date. Schools of Buddhism. Ooh, 342 is now our queen. Mahayana Buddhism was divided into different schools, each professing a slightly different view, but largely coexisting peacefully with each other. At different times and places, one school or another rose to prominence and expanded quickly. They did not go to Providence, Rhode Island. Lotus Sutra Buddhism was one of the oldest schools and provided clear written rules to follow. It was famous for its warrior monks in pursuit of martial arts as a means to enlightenment. Pure Land Buddhism suggested that most people could not possibly achieve enlightenment through their own efforts, instead needed to rely upon compassionate Buddhas who had achieved enlightenment and then vowed to use their powers to save others. They spent their lives in devotion and chanting so that the Amida Buddha would bring them to the Pure Land to be reborn. This simple doctrine made it popular among the peasantry. Zen or meditation Buddhism was the opposite, emphasizing the ability of everyone to achieve enlightenment in their lifetime through the practice of meditation rather than learning the sutras. Believing that enlightenment was a personal and an indescribable experience, meditation masters used techniques to jolt students out of their traditional thought patterns and leading students to dramatic breakthroughs, including riddles, shouts, and physical blows to move monks to the point of awakening. It was popular among noble warriors who often appointed monks into government. The sect acknowledged the suzerainty of the Chinese emperor, therefore served as an informal embassy with them. Finally, there was Nichiren Buddhism, a reform movement originating in Japan that attempted to teach Buddhism with a simple, direct method rather than meditation or ritual. So I like the one with warrior monks just because it's got warrior monks. But do all of these lose us 10 admin, 1 legitimacy, and 1 unrest? No, this one actually gains us legitimacy. This gives us missionary strength, extra morale of armies, which I like. Yeah, we're going to go with Lotus Sutra Buddhism, and then the event Shinto happens. All news. Royal marriage offer from Tagashi. I'm not going to lock myself down to anyone I'm not allied to. That seems silly. And then do I want to focus on anything right now? I mean, I am... Oh. Nikki is no longer a valid rival for me. So we either get Kyugo or Shiba. Shiba's over here. Where's Kyogu? 19 versus 14. Who are your allies? You have no allies. Who are your allies? Ashikaga, which is those guys. Ooh. Kyoto's a very large city. Alright, let's rival them just for the fact that they have less allies for us to deal with. Where'd my other diplomat go? Also, so lesser nobles are there and greater nobles are there. We have alliances being announced, rivalries being made, alliances being broken. Oh, Kyogo's actually north and south of me. Our court level has changed. We have a respectable court. Does that mean we can get more alliances? Yes. Yes. Kawago and Akamatsu would both accept an alliance with me. These guys or these guys? I like these guys better. Shinto. I will accept this. Shinto is the ancestral religion of Japan, an animist religion with a creation story, host of nature spirits, some like gods, others very minor, and rituals for dealing with spirits. As part of the introduction of Buddhism to Japan in the 6th century, many Shinto beliefs were adopted by Buddhism, and the two faiths intermingled freely, with Buddhism dominating the court and Shinto more prevalent among farming villages. Among its beliefs, Shinto proclaimed that the Japanese people, and the imperial family in particular, were descended from the gods. Until the end of the Muromachi period, one of the emperor's most important roles was to pay tribute to the spirits, Heihaku, and go on pilgrimage to the most important shrines, Sankei, once a year to pray for rain, good harvest, and victory in battle. After the imperial system broke down, many provincial governors and daimyo took on this role, paying tribute to the spirits and making annual pilgrimages to Ichinomiya, first shrines, or the most important in each province, where the kami, spirits of the province, were gathered to observe the rituals. Pay tribute to the spirits. We lose 5 ducats. We get 2 prestige, 2 legitimacy, 1 prestige. Extra yearly prestige. Or ignore them. I mean, this doesn't seem all that great, other than the prestige and legitimacy. But I don't want to lose tolerance to the true faith. Let's ignore the rituals for now. Usagi has announced me as their rival. Isn't Usagi up here somewhere? Royal marriage offer from Uichi. From Chiba. Send my dude out to improve with allies. Are we starting out with more troops? What's my force limit at? Yeah, I'm gonna be 1 over the force limit. So what you're telling me is, as soon as these truces are up, all of Japan's going to descend into chaos. Is that what you're telling me? $13 ahead of time on tech. We're not getting there. Let me check out the states. Royal Court is... well, it grew last year. Education also grew last year, but Let's let it run a year and see where it looks like. See what it looks like. Let me also see. I could build 3 more boats. What do I have for boats at the moment? 1 galley and 2 transports. Let's get some galleys. That could prove useful in the future. So currently my thought is to attack these guys first. If they don't get any allies by the time this all kicks up. Alright, our corruption is going up, and I promised I was not going to pay down corruption at all. Not doing it at all. Let me see what my state looks like. This is the state that I am in, that my home stuff is in. I want all of it. I also want all of this, and all of this, and all of this. And maybe all of this. Something like that. My rival wants to marry me. No thank you. Oh, and she's a tough soldier too? This guy's trusting and then modest. Isn't the worst? I should embargo my rivals, but I'll worry about that here in just a little bit. I am not one of the great powers of the world. Surprise, surprise. Royal marriage offer from Sheba. No thank you. Ming is like the 3rd ranked great power with just this, which is crazy. And man, there is 1 billion people over here. Oh, I need to start building up claims too. You're right. Good call, game. We've only got 3 years. Happy merchants. Very good. How much do I need to get these claims? 40. Do I have any generals? Not at the moment. I may be making my ruler into a general, though. How much do I get a month? 1.48. Hopefully that'll be enough. But for now, we're going to call it an episode right there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button down below, as well as subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. I mean, I know Ming's got the upper hand here just for the fact that they have more, way more development than everyone else, but who are you rooting for to come out on top in China over here? Spoiler alert, I'm rooting for me to come out on top in China, but that's a little ways down the road. Anyways, once again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.